Gentlemen, this is 1912 Football Conversations. We're back at it again. Just a short track that we played there for you. Tikon Ofefe. You know, my nigga loves praying, you know, so Lele Tibusi, so why not? You know. Our next topic that we're going into is the debacle at Kaizer Chiefs at Nacho Rena. What's going on at Nacho Rena? There's no coach. I don't know if the club knows in which direction they want to go to, you know. And I have a problem here now in terms of this recruitment thing where they are looking at coaches other than our own black local coaches, you know. So, Lindani, Kosi fan, Aungche, skipper.
Yeah, it's public knowledge that we have been sniffing around, trying to acquire our new man on the helm. We went abroad after the disastrous season we had. It called for us to actually go and look abroad, because if we can look at Kaizer Chiefs pattern in terms of how they go about recruiting coaches based on the performance they've had on that particular point in time. We go back to 2013 when Vivi didn't do well. He was subsequently replaced by the interim management of Dr. Kumalo and Ace Kusen. And thereafter, we went abroad and looked to the likes of Stuart Baxter to stay ahead the Amakosi ship. We came back with a new slogan, reclaiming the glory. The glory was successfully reclaimed. The trajectory follows that part too now. We've had a disastrous season under the auspices of Steve Kompela. Now it calls for us to also go abroad. The front runners which have been earmarked to actually take over that position is McCarthy, who for me is a very good coach. I mean, based on the teams he's been able to.
Which McCarthy? Yes, sorry.
Mick.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, not Penny.
No. No.
Why not pay me?
We wouldn't coach in Cape Town. We don't want to step the toes of the committees. We know how the committees are like. We went to England and looked at Nick McCarthy. Negotiations, as reported, they are ongoing. Nothing concrete can be reported now.
But Linda. To me, this article is saying Nick McCarthy said to Ted Dark. You know?
No, that article I was about to get into that.
Is it gossip in fact?
Umkosi no.
Okay.
Umkosi uyakhumbula lento le yathi Mahachi's deal to Pirates is
Done deal.
delivered. You don't have to believe.
Same WhatsApp group.
They are not to be trusted. They are not to be trusted. So we've got 3 front runners which are lined up: Nick McCarthy, Avram Grant, and we are looking at also Dr. Kumalo, you know, to come back and they had the Amakosi ship. Yeah,
that makes sense. Okay, look. I want to bring in our guest panelist, Monde Loney, up in here. You know, Monde, diehard Kaizer Chiefs fan. Mondo's team, in fact.
Oh, well, I'm supposed to
no, but being in there.
Yeah, it's Ambunanda.
That's why I like Mondeloni. If people now in Caesar Sekaya. Mfana is. Manje, abafana othule noxolo nithi nenza kanjani manje le ndaba yomqeqeshi.
Yeah, I'm supposed to. But for me, it's not about the coach. For me, we have to have a philosophy first. As Kaizer Chiefs, how we play football, how we develop players, what type of players we buy. Yeah, but so someone good development must say and sit down with your coach. Yeah, but whoever is given the job, maximum country. Whoever. Finally, philosophy this is where we want to go. Do we sign players and what type of players are we signing? Do we get from the development? Because for one, I would say the development achieves is quite impressive for now. Yeah, but
your MDC team just won the league.
Yeah, exactly. And every time we win, we make sure we score Mamachi Namaku. Yeah, so it's 2 or more goals. So it's fluid football. For me, I would say there was an interview.
Sugar boys, I saw an inside where they were doing sugar.
Yeah. And everybody's into So for me, there was an interview Steve Compella did on the other radio station, the National.
Sure.
He said what he wanted to do was make Kaizer Chiefs independent in terms of bringing forth players. So that's why for he brought players about MTC squad. Abu Zuma, Abu Meiwa, Abu Zulu. He wanted to do that next season and other seasons to come. But they were complaining, I would say, we want instant gratification as some fans, which is the truth. But you can't stay 3 years without getting in.
Yeah, not a Chiefs, not a Chiefs.
Yeah, not a Chiefs. Yeah, well, so if for me, any other coach that will come needs to maybe explain the philosophy and what type of players you're trying to bring in the course, and everything's going to be fine, regardless of which of our coaches.
Okay, gents. Tiseto, you got a 2 cents to put in, or
I'll go after. This is amazing. This is such a joke. I love this.
Enough of the Kaizer Chiefs laughing. Back to reality now. Mick McCarthy, Lindani, I like you, but Mick McCarthy. Let me give you a short history lesson. This is the guy who was manager of Wolverhampton. Wanderers.
Wolverhampton Wanderers. Sorry, I beg your pardon.
Yeah. This is in their time in the EPL. They were basically year in, year out fighting relegation, right? And then now recently was coaching Ipswich Town, and that was a championship team that finished 12th in the league. Wow. So you're telling me, out of all the current managers or coaches,
African
coaches right now, that's the best that you can do. From a managerial perspective, that's the
By
best.
the way, mind you, this Mick McCarthy is a championship specialist. That's his level. And you're telling me, the biggest club, whatever it is that you guys say to us all the time, the biggest club in the best, most well-run club in Africa, 62 sponsors, all of that crap, right? All of that stuff. You're telling me that's the guy that you guys want to come in over Steve Compella, that guy.
Can we cast our memory back here? Remember when Stuart Baxter was appointed? There was a heavy scrutiny on his CV as to whether the credentials which are found on his CV hold water.
I think anyone could have done Baxter's job.
Yeah.
Anyone could have won the league.
There's
nothing special about
the
Stuart.
detractors, the naysayers, and prophets of doom from Mamelodi Sundowns. They were actually scrutinizing the credentials and the accolades of Stuart Baxter, saying that Kaizer Chiefs have hired a fourth star.
By the way, this is the same Sundowns that wins multiple accolades with a local coach, an African coach. But carry on.
Yeah, but we actually looking at how the team actually goes about approaching business when it comes to employing coaches. I think Kaizer Motaung is a very astute,
in a sensible way.
Is a very astute businessman. He's a very astute businessman. He knows what he's doing. He got Baxter for us. With Compella, it's an exception, In business, you don't always get away. Sometimes things go well, sometimes they don't. And with Compella, it's the latter. Didn't go well. But with Mick McCarthy, if we are to acquire his services, one thing I like about him, I firmly believe in the English philosophy of football.
What is the English philosophy? Because even they don't know. Trust me, I'm a Man United fan. Even they don't have they own people, they own reporters. Everyone says that they don't have a philosophy. What is their philosophy?
They are very efficient, one, and second.
At what? Efficient at what?
They are very incisive in their attack.
Use your very good descriptive powers.
Very incisive. They are very incisive in their attack. They heavily rely on the aerial strength. It was the very same situation with Baxter.
South Africans are short, so what are you talking about?
Two things.
You're contradicting yourself.
No, there is no contradiction here.
You are contradicting yourself because you're talking about aerial strength in South Africa when we're such a short people.
No, we do have the aerial strength.
But we are such a short people.
No, we do have
compared to our West African brothers who are so tiny.
Like who?
Do I need to remind you
Manda only one.
Do I need to remind you how we won the double?
Carry on. No, carry on.
Fine.
I'm going to keep interrupting you because I think Mick McCarthy, if he ever comes
We
and
had
becomes
two
coach of
towers.
Kaizer Chiefs, that is just mutiny, man. That's
Stuart Baxter,
no way.
there were two twin
No
towers.
way. No
There
way.
were two twin towers which played an instrumental role in Baxter winning the league twice and the Nedbank Cup. I don't need to remind you, there was Tifo Mashamai, there's Eric Matoho. The Kaizer Chiefs play at that time, it was primarily centered on that. Even now.
So the Glamour boys are going to be playing long ball, and you guys are fine with that. Glamour boys.
We are a long ball team. We are a long ball team.
You guys are long ball team.
Yes.
Now, when I was growing up, there was no long ball. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, times have changed. We've been.
I'm gonna keep interrupting these oaks. But you guys, no. You guys are trying to vindicate. You guys are trying to vindicate the fact that Mick McCarthy might come here and come coach one of our elite teams when he's not even good enough to go and coach a team.
You said that
when he's not even good enough to go into the EPL, into the Premier League and coach one of the bottom teams, but he must come here and coach one of our good teams. Not a chance. Not a
If
chance
you're
for
going
that guy
to
come
raise
here.
the thing of Baxter, right? Baxter, at least he was a former Bafana coach before. Even
how was his stint? Can you please tell me back on his
wait,
stint?
at least we can say
You're
he
killing our argument, Khosi.
had
No,
experience.
you can't be
working
using
with
it
South
this when
African
he failed
players.
to qualify us for 2006.
Mick
can't be using it
McCarthy
this
hasn't worked with a South African
You're
player.
appreciating mediocre. It means you're appreciating mediocre.
I agree with Lindani there.
Yeah.
You are
Yeah.
because if seriously, although I'm
but
gonna play devil's advocate here, but
Mick
what I'm saying is that
McCarthy is mediocre.
yeah, but
in England.
if you're going
Baxter
to talk,
was
if you're going to
mediocre.
use
That
Baxter as an
mediocre won us
example, it's
three
the same
titles.
thing.
But what I'm saying is that at least he had experience
What
working
experience?
in South Africa, which is something Mick McCarthy doesn't. At least there was a base from where his knowledge, he can draw up some of the knowledge that he used to have with South African players. Mick McCarthy is a completely new story in terms of him working in the PSL, working with South African players.
But you don't-
And even at the clubs that he has managed, right? Because for me, it's disappointing to hear that this guy comes all the way from England.
The championship.
Yeah,
The
championship.
championship.
Ipswich Town.
Ipswich. Aye.
To come here and then coach one of the best teams in the PSL.
One thing I've learned about
biggest
the
teams on the
PSL.
continent.
Yeah.
One thing I've learned about the PSL, you don't need to have coached any domestic team. Look at Luke Emel. He's doing well. He came here as an unknown NC team. He propelled